馬車迎えに来るの迎えに来るのね誰かが私を連れて行くのね白い花の道へ風のふるさとへ連れて行くのね連れて行くのね
The final exams were over, and so began the long, anxious period of waiting for the results to come out. Finally, the day arrived.
I can't take it anymore.
All the students were waiting with growing impatience. Some of them had an uneasy conscience because they were not sure that they'd passed. Of course, everyone was interested in who had the best results. The gold medal and the generous Avery scholarship would go to the two best students. Anne and Jane went for a long walk on the day the results came out. They couldn't bear to wait at the college. Anne began to have doubts about her results. Were they good enough to win the coveted Avery scholarship? This bursary would make it possible for Anne to extend her studies for a further 4 years at one of the best colleges in Canada.
What's the matter, Anne?
Oh, Jane, I think my heart must have stopped beating several hours ago.
Well, you look healthy enough. Don't work yourself up into a state. You've either won the scholarship or the gold medal.
I don't care about the gold medal. It's the scholarship that I want. Everyone says that Emily Clare has the best chance of getting it.
Josie started that silly rumour. You were there. You know what she's like. She's always trying to get your goat.
I know, but this time there's some truth in it. I can feel it in my bones.
Come on, pull yourself together. You've actually got the shakes. What's the use if you turn into a shivering nervous wreck and make yourself ill? You'll be unable to go on stage and collect your prize. I'm sure you're the best English student.
I'm also convinced you're the top student. Show them what you can do.
And you've worked twice as hard as anybody else at college. An effort like that must be rewarded. My friend, don't doubt yourself.
Matthew, what are you doing indoors? Are you feeling ill?
Oh, not at all, Marilla. I'm feeling wonderful.
Anne's getting her results today.
That's right. Today's the day.
I do hope she wins the scholarship with all my heart. She's put so much work into it. Matthew, I'm not even going to think about the possibility of failure. She'll be so upset if she doesn't succeed. How on earth could we console her?
How can you even think that? She won't need to be consoled. She's going to come out top of the island, mark my words.
No, I just can't do it, Jane. I'm sorry, I don't have enough courage to walk up to that notice board.
Anne.
Oh, Jane! Please, Jane, go and look for me. Please help me.
Why?
I'll walk past the notice board and go into the girls' cloakroom. Then you can come and tell me what the results are.
All right, but you're going to miss your moment of triumph. I just know your name will be at the top of the board. You'll regret this.
That doesn't matter. Jane, please, when you find out I haven't got the scholarship after all, I want you to break it to me right away. Please don't try to be gentle, Jane. Promise me that for the sake of our friendship.
All right, I promise. I give you my word. I won't spare your feelings. In fact, I'll be brutal.
I'll be grateful, Jane.
Come.
Yes, but I really think Gilbert deserves...
Hey, Gilbert, you're the hero of the hour. You'll be the toast of Avonlea. You've done it, old chap. Hearty congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Charlie.
I
always knew you'd do it, Gilbert.
Oh, well done. I'm so happy for you, Gilbert.
It was obvious that you'd get the gold medal right from the start, Gilbert. I could see how clever you were.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. You've no idea how wonderful this feels to win the medal.
So, he's got the gold medal. Gilbert Blythe snapped up the gold medal from under my nose. Oh, Matthew, how can I face you? You were so sure that I would win.
3 cheers for Gilbert. Come on, let's toss him. There's Anne Shirley. Anne Shirley, come back.
3 cheers for Anne Shirley, the winner of the Avery Scholarship.
Congratulations! Oh, I'm so happy for you. Well done, you've got it. You've got the Avery Scholarship. You had nothing to worry about. I was right, wasn't
You
I?
really deserve it, Anne.
Well done. You left the gold medal for a mere male.
Oh, yes, well, we're all extremely proud of you, Anne.
You'll go down in the history of Queen's College, my girl.
Anne Shirley. If someone had told me that you were going to win the Avery Scholarship, I would have thought they were mad. But when all's said and done, I must say well done.
Thank you, Josie. Gilbert got the gold medal, and we've given Miss Stacy every reason to be proud of us. Not just Miss Stacy, the whole of Avonlea. We must celebrate.
Hooray for Anne Shirley! Come on, it's a good idea.
Thank you all so much. All of you. You're ever so nice to me. I'm so happy. Hooray for Anne!
Matthew? Can you keep your mind off the results? I must say I can't.
No, I can't either. But the more I think about it, the more certain I become that Anne has won the Avery Scholarship or the gold medal.
Matthew, have you ever stopped to consider the possibility that our Anne might not win either of them?
No, of course not. Why should I?
Don't be silly. Hoping and wishing for it never won anything, you know.
What exactly are you driving at?
If Anne doesn't get the scholarship, then she'll become a teacher at our school in Avonlea.
If she doesn't fancy it, she needn't take it. If she misses the scholarship, that's too bad. We've got savings. We've got a bit of money put away. We can pay our way through college. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm prepared to foot the bill for the whole 4 years at Redmond College.
Thank you. I just knew that's what you'd say, Matthew. Anne's such an intelligent girl. It's so important that she should study. Oh, and talking of savings, the other day I heard that the Abbey Bank was in trouble.
Yes, I've heard the rumours as well. It's the talk of the whole district.
And what about us? Doesn't it worry you? You seem to think it's unimportant. But, Matthew, that bank has got our entire savings locked up inside it. Every single penny we've ever saved during our whole lives. And it wasn't easy either.
Don't look on the dark side, Marilla. I'm certain our money will remain untouched in the bank. And I'm certain that Anne has won the scholarship.
All the same, I'd like you to look into the Abbey Bank business.
Yes, keep your hat on.
And who can that be at this time of day? Maybe it's Anne.
No, it wasn't Anne. It was the dealer who distributed school books and teaching aids from Queen's College to the smaller village schools all over the island. Anne asked him to deliver a letter to Matthew and Marilla because she wanted to tell them the good news as soon as possible.
Come on, Marilla, hurry up.
No, Matthew, all in good time.
Let me read it. Your eyesight's hopeless anyway.
Calm down now. Matthew, sit down and I'll read it. Don't get yourself into a state.
Well, then get on with it.
Dear Matthew and Marilla, today I heard that I'd passed my final exam. So far, so good. And now, hold your breath. Hey!
And now, hold your breath, folks, because your Anne Shirley of Green Gables has actually won the Avery Scholarship.
Oh, what a clever child we have.
What did I tell you? That little firecracker has shown the others how to do it.
I shall never, ever forget this moment.
The gold medal for excellent achievement went to Gilbert Blythe. I'm very glad for his sake, because he really does deserve it. Don't you agree? But what gives me the greatest pleasure is the fact that all Miss Stacy's students have passed the final exam. I shall never forget this, the most incredible day of my life. I've got a very bright future, and I have you too, and all your love to thank for my success. You have given me the chance to make a big success of my life. I promise you I'll study as hard as I can during the 4 years that lie ahead, as hard as I studied at school and at Queen's College. It's such a pity I don't have wings, so I could fly to Green Gables to be with you. When you're on top of the world, it feels like flying. But I can't go to Green Gables on such wings. Love, Anne.
At a moment like this, I could also fly over the moon.
Dear me, Marilla. I thought you didn't go in for flowery speech. Bye for now. I'll be seeing you.
Where do you think you're off to now?
I'm off to tell Diana Barry. The poor child is also dying to know about Anne.
Well, I never. You haven't been anywhere near the Barry's place in years.
Yes, I suppose so. But this time I'll forget about the stuck-up parents and think about Diana.
Good heavens, what wouldn't you do for Anne? You are amazing, Matthew. But now listen, not tonight, please. That keen cold wind's very bad for your heart. The silly thing is, I can't go in your place. My eyes are really hopeless at night. I see even less than I do in the daytime.
Yes, you'd better stay
Matthew,
here.
but yes, that's it. Diana must come to us.
Mm-hmm.
She'll come tearing over. She'll be knocking on that door in just a few minutes.
Now I get it. That's the secret signal system the girls used.
Oh, Matthew, isn't this a brilliant idea? Do you remember how it goes? 5 flashes means come here, I think.
The signal. Then Anne is back. It flashed 5 times.
Where on earth are you going now, Diana?
Anne's back. I'm going to the Cuthbert's place.
Oh, Anne's back?
Sorry, Diana, Anne isn't here. Matthew and I sent the signal with a candle. I'm sorry if we disappointed you, but we wanted you to know as soon as possible. Thank you for coming so quickly.
You see, we wanted to tell you that...
Oh, that's not fair. I wanted to tell her about it, Matthew.
I know. The Queen's exam results are out. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely right.
Yes, and our little Anne has gone and won the coveted Avery Scholarship.
I wanted to tell her.
And it looks as if she's let Gilbert Blythe have the gold medal just to give the boy a chance.
That's wonderful news. Oh, simply wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I couldn't be happier if I'd won it myself. Oh, Anne, I'm so glad. I know what this means to you, winning the Avery Scholarship. I simply have to see you as soon as possible.
At last, prize-giving day comes round at Queen's College. This is an emotional occasion. All the fear, worries and hard work of the last few years are left behind as the students listen eagerly to the principal's speech and receive their diplomas as if they were bars of gold. The diploma is a valuable piece of parchment. On prize-giving day, these graduates would not exchange all the riches in the world for their hard-won diplomas. But Matthew and Marilla are prouder than all the other parents put together. Marilla has a new hat, bought specially for the occasion. And Matthew has knotted his tie with great care. He actually hates ties, so that his collar will look neat. When Anne steps onto the stage, Matthew and Marilla are afraid to blink.
It's my very great pleasure to introduce Miss Anne Shirley. During her time at college, she has shown extraordinary diligence, and her results are excellent. I refer in particular to her outstanding performance in English and English literature. Miss Shirley, we'd like to honor your achievements by presenting to you the Avery Scholarship. This bursary will enable you to study for a degree at the famous Redmond College, with an additional sum of $250 per annum for living expenses. Congratulations.
Look, that's the famous Anne Shirley. She really looks intelligent, doesn't she? Whoever wins the Avery Scholarship is extremely intelligent.
Anne Shirley will now read an extract from one of her recent English essays.
It was an incredibly lovely summer evening. The air was soft and heavy with the perfume of flowers. A few clouds could be seen in the sky, and the sun had painted a golden wreath around each one. I sat at the lakeside and looked at the beautiful, still silver waters. From time to time, a fish jumped. An unknown longing filled my heart. I felt so sad. I felt so inconspicuous, so helpless, so incapable of holding on to time.
Congratulations, Anne.
Thank you very much, Ruby.
Well, Marilla, aren't you glad now we didn't send her back because she was a little girl?
Believe me, Matthew, it's not the first time I've been glad of that.
My dear, you must be ever so proud of our little Anne. Mm-hmm. I'm so proud of her. That time with her took years off me. Be glad you've got her. You must realize that she'll always keep you young.
Miss Josephine Barry would have liked to invite Anne, Matthew, and Marilla for supper. She declared that such an occasion ought to be celebrated with a glass of champagne. But Anne politely declined the invitation. She hasn't been at Green Gables since April, and she's so homesick she can't wait any longer.
Matthew, please stop for a moment. Marilla, it feels so good to come home to Green Gables. Do you know what I mean? There's an old saying that those who wish to leave their homes are the ones with dreams to fulfill. But once I got to college, I longed to be back at Green Gables. And in bed at night, I used to dream of Green Gables. And on the first day of spring, the longing became worse than ever. I nearly died of homesickness, Marilla.
Why does that surprise you, Anne? It's quite normal. Everyone longs for home when they're away. Your true home is right here with us in Avonlea at Green Gables.
That's true. That's what she was trying to say. And that's exactly the reason I'd never go away from here. I know home's the best place to be. And I don't have to go away to prove it. You're just like me. You're one of us, Anne.
Thank you, Matthew.
Let's be getting along, then. I'm very hungry. Giddy up.
That's funny. There's a light on. Is somebody there?
Oh, that'll be Martin. He's the fellow who works for us.
Diana! Diana! Welcome home, Anne. Thank you, Diana. So you waited here to meet me? I just couldn't stand waiting at my place anymore. You've no idea how much I've missed you, Diana. Not as much as I've missed
dear,
you.
do you want to stay outside all night, or would you like to invite Diana inside? Why don't you have a proper chat in your room?
That's a good idea. Thanks, Marilla. Diana, are you allowed to stay? Of course.
Those two get on so well, that friendship will last for life.
That's what I think. They've been best friends from the first day that they met.
I'm home. How sweet of Marilla.
Yes, that was nice.
She never used to worry about flowers. I'm so glad to be back in my old room and to have this lovely view again. You once said that you were a city girl. I'm a country girl at heart. Oh, Diana, you don't know what a privilege it is to live out here. I'm so happy to be back home at Green Gables. It's wonderful. But most of all, I'm so happy to see you again. I missed you terribly when I was in Charlottetown.
Oh, I'm so glad, Anne. I thought you preferred your clever college friend Stella Maynard to me. Josie said the pair of you were together from early morn till late at night.
Josie's always trying to stir up strife. Stella Maynard would have been the nicest girl in the world if she weren't in second place to my best friend, who happens to be called Diana Barry. You are and always will remain my one and only best friend.
What a relief, Anne.
I could talk to you for days and days, but I don't know where to begin, and right now my head feels as if it's going to burst. Now that it's all over, I suddenly feel terribly tired. Up till now, I've been doing nothing but study. The whole time I could think of nothing else but the Avery Scholarship. I was determined to have it, so I just kept on and on.
But you did, and you did, and you got it. You've done so well, Anne. Of course, that means you can't stay with us in Avonlea.
Yes, I'll be going to Redmond, but they have very high standards there, as you know. I know I'm good enough for Queen's College, but am I clever enough for Redmond? Josie says I'm scared to go.
I'd be scared to go myself.
Now I'm going to have a 3-month-long holiday and try to build up my courage as much as possible. Here at Green Gables is the best place in the world to gather strength.
There seems to be no sign of the chatter drying up.
Oh, no, that will be a major miracle. They're used to talking the whole day long at that rate.
From dawn to dusk.
When Anne goes to Redmond, it'll be quiet around here. We'd better get used to the idea.
Yes, I suppose so. But at least there's still 3 months ahead of us.
3 months pass so quickly, but 4 years is a damned long time to wait.
Marilla, I must say I like that. The word damn has never passed your lips before.
Oh, damn it all.
As I've said before, a swear word unburdens the soul.
Ruby and Jane are going to be teachers exactly as they planned. Jane has a job offer, apparently.
Yes, I heard about it. The school in Newbridge is looking for a teacher. They've written to Jane already.
How nice for Jane. I think she'll be a very popular teacher.
And just imagine, Gilbert Blythe also wants to be a teacher.
What? I thought he would be going to Redmond.
He wants to, but it's impossible. His dad can't afford to keep him at college any longer. The Blythes aren't well off, you know. Gilbert will have to fend for himself. I'm quite sure he'll get our old school if Mrs. Ames decides to leave. Gilbert's popular in Avonlea.
To her surprise, Anne was shocked when she heard Gilbert wasn't going to Redmond. She was so used to the rivalry between them that she couldn't imagine how she could excel at Redmond without the stimulus of Gilbert, her friend, her foe. Suddenly she felt dejected. All her enthusiasm faded away. In the past, she'd always had a single-minded aim, to be better than Gilbert. And now this girl had vanished. That evening, Anne sat alone in her room and thought about everything. Life returned to normal at Green Gables, but Anne somehow felt that her foster parents were relying on her much more than in the past. She began to wonder if going to Redmond College would be such a good thing. But more about that next time.
走っても終わらない花の波、湖は遠く燃える雲はもっと遠く